Now, because of that swing path, that's going to create that little bit of fade spin that's going to get it fading out left to right.
Got it.
I mean, absolutely money. Look at that. Beautiful day here. We're gonna walk through how to hit a low punch shot. It's a shot that we find ourselves in all the time, that type of situation. So let's see if we can help Tim out and get him the right fundamentals to pull that shot off.
So my big struggle when I do this is, especially if I'm trying to cut it a little bit, I either pop it right up into the leaves, screws everything up, or I hit it dead straight, right? Which usually is okay. So my goal is, if I can punch out with a little bit of direction or a little bit more confidence, I could cut 40 yards off the next shot. So my mentality has always been just back of the stance and just swing down.
Okay. I think two of the most important things whenever you're doing this type of shot, right? You're punching out of the trees. You know it's going to take 2 shots to get to the green. You're not trying to get on the green right now, but you just want to get it up there as close as you can, right? Strokes gained, get as close as you can, and have a good next shot on, right? So making great contact. Okay, consistent contact, and then also knowing how far it's going to go is a very important thing. I've noticed with a lot of amateurs, they don't really, they'll play this shot, but it's still a guessing game as to where it's going to, how far it's going to go.
Yeah.
Right. So
Through the fairway is very common.
Right. So with this type of shot, do you shoot like a landing zone to really know? Okay, that's 125 out. I need to get it there.
Yes,
right. Is that something you do?
I will for sure. The problem is, like you said, though, I can know that, and I'm decent with my distance. I know how far my clubs go, but now I'm holding a 4-iron, choking down on it, and it's like, just because I know where I'm supposed to hit it, it still might go, 210 at that point.
Absolutely. Okay, so one of the most common things that I see when it comes to that directionality you're talking about, right? They still generalize it. They'll get up, they say, okay, I know the shot I need to do, I know the basic fundamentals of how to create this, but then they don't aim small, miss small, right? They just get over it, they're just kind of over here, and then it goes all over, right? So being very intentional about where you're aiming, where you're setting up, that's going to create that consistent ball flight you're talking about, okay? So for here, let's just say, we're going to go low and under a tree, correct? And you're going to get it out there. So what I want you to do is I want you to line up, and I want you to aim at that yellow flag, okay? And let's say
left or right.
The short one here about 150 yards out on the left, okay? But we're going to try to send it out to that yellow, on line with that yellow flag in the distance, okay? So line up, get very intentional with where you're aiming, okay? All right, so now this would be for like a low, straight shot to the ear, right? Now, again, real quick, I don't want to say everything you talked about is phenomenal. You move it back slightly, right? Your weight's forward. You're coming through with hands low, hands forward, right? You're letting the loft of the club keep that low, okay? So all that was great. I love what you're doing, and you actually demonstrated a really good low shot. It just, you couldn't control it. Exactly. So you're real intentional about aiming there, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so now that you're extremely intentional about that, now what I want you to do is just a little bit of face control. So I want you to open that face at address, and then just slightly, and then regrip it. Okay, you're not just turning your hands. I want you to actually regrip it.
Yep, got it.
Okay, now go ahead and pull this shot off, right? It should start where we want it to start, is slightly right of that target because of the face. The face is already doing that. Now, because of that swing path, that's going to create that little bit of fade spin that's going to get it fading out left to right.
Got it.
I mean, absolutely money. Look at that. So you started that just right of center, or just right of the target, and it faded all the way to exactly where we wanted. Is that more what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Now my grandma can do it once.
Okay.
Let's see you do it twice, right? So same thing, get behind the ball first. I want you to, real quick, Tim, come back here, get behind the ball, get real intentional, line up your shot, right? Love this.
So I'm trying to do that intermediate point.
Absolutely, yeah. But being very intentional, the term aim small, miss small, right? You're very intentional about where you're aiming. Line it up, do the same shot, make great contact. All right, you just got on top of it a little bit, right?
Thin.
Yeah, let's try it again.
Is it any of that to do like too forward, too fast, or just
Could be, yeah. So
what a 10 handicap does sometimes?
Exactly. It's not a shot you do all the time, right? This is why practice is very imperative. Get out there, get that same feel, but very intentional with your aim point.
That is usually the worst case scenario.
Okay.
It's over the fairway into the other trees.
Absolutely. So you just pulled it a little bit, right? Let's do it one more time. All right, see now, see how you're just a little bit right in the center there?
Yeah.
Let's move it back just a touch more, okay? We're gonna move it back just a little more. There we go, open that face. You're lined up at that target. Get that weight forward a little bit, okay? On your left leg.
Do I still kind of sway with the shot or just hold it
You
there?
never sway with the shot.
Okay.
Never sway with the shot no matter what shot you're doing. You never wanna get your weight back. That's why we wanna narrow that stance a little bit. It's gonna keep you from swaying. It's tough to sway, that balance isn't there. So you narrow the shot, you're coming forward, weight forward.
Got it.
Very nice. Absolute perfection right there. Right? Yep. So these are shots like, to me, 90% of a golf shot is set up. Okay. You're gonna set up, you have your aim point right, your feet are right, everything's set up perfectly. Now all you have to do is just swing the club. Okay. And that setup is gonna create that for you, create that low shot. But knowing where you're aiming, right? Having that good face, it's just everything at setup has to be consistent. Okay? And then that's what's gonna help create that consistency whenever you make the shot. Versus, you know, a lot of people when they're aiming for a green, right? They're aiming for the green and not a specific spot on the green.
Sure.
It's the same thing for something like this. You do everything consistent with your setup. The shot's there. Now you just got to work on, you know, being consistent with your tempo, being consistent with your swing.
And face at address controls left, right, center.
So there's multiple ways to do it, right? Tiger is someone who likes to feel it in his hands. Okay. He always sets it up kind of the way he sets it up, but he just feels it with his hands throughout the shot, whether he's going to draw it, he's going to fade it. I'm someone who I like it the Jack Nicklaus way. Jack Nicklaus talks about he keeps setup the same, he keeps grip the same, he just changes where the face is at address. If he wants to hit a draw, he'll slightly close it, re-grip it, do a normal swing, and it draws.
So
same thing with the open face. Go ahead.
Straight on.
Well, let's try it. Let's try it. So now let's just say we were going to try to draw it. What would you do here? Same shot, you just want to draw it now.
Not draw it.
You just wouldn't draw it.
If you can make this draw, then I think we've got something here.
Okay, let's do it.
Are we still, what's our aim point?
So, same thing. We're going to aim at that one, but this time we want it to go left, right? So go ahead and aim at the yellow.
Slightly back.
Yep, slightly back. Now, do the same thing. Just slightly hood the ball, or hood the club.
Hooding it is just closing.
Hooding it is closing it, yeah, right? Now, Dustin Johnson said it best, right? If you want to fade it, the most important thing is that it fades, okay? So same thing here. Okay. See right there, you're square. I want that hooded a little bit. There we go, right there.
That feels real hooded.
Mm-hmm.
Weight forward with it back in the stance.
Mm-hmm. That's what's creating that low ball flight.
Killing my confidence though.
Is it? Okay. Just hit down on that ball, right? But that de-lofted club, weight forward, that's creating that ball first contact and keeping it low. There we go. Nice low drawer.
That would work.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Absolutely. So golf's a game of misses. You're not going to hit the perfect shot every time. But when you don't hit the perfect shot, you want it to not do the worst thing in the world, right? So for this, it's either straight or draw, right? 90% of the time, it's going to do what you just saw. Okay, so you get, so the key takeaway is there. Okay, back in your stance, hood the club just a little bit. Okay, that's going to create that closed face, create that side spin that's make it go right to left. All right, and then as you swing, weight forward. Okay,
got it.
Come down on it, let that set up. Let where the ball is at, let what the club is doing. That's going to create that shot. All you have to do now is just get consistent with your swing. Get consistent with that tempo. Does that make sense?
Got it.
I love it. You're so good at this.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and if you want to see more videos, be sure to check out the channel.